Hi guys, how are you? I'm Robin, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to this new brand battle. Now this one we're going back to clays. It's Arcadian up against Flagship. So welcome to New York. I am in Brooklyn. I've literally just arrived within the last half an hour. Pretty tired, I've been up for about 20 hours. But, you know, I said brand battle Thursday, I needed to get this done. And I've been trying these products for the last couple of weeks. So this is me fighting against every ounce of tiredness, and I'm gonna do this for you guys. So this is a highly requested one. I've gone through all the comments and there were loads asking about these two products. So I thought, boom, we're gonna do it. So in this one, I'm going to talk about what the products actually are, the ingredients, packaging, smell, consistency, ease of application, styling, finish, washability, price, and then finally, my verdict. Now guys, before I get going, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Robin. This isn't my usual sort of space. I'm normally in London. Please do press subscribe right now. The button is just below this video. But here we go, Arcadian versus Flagship. So these are two products that have really only recently come onto my radar. You've got Arcadian, which is a company from Knoxville in Tennessee, and then you've got Flagship, which is from Arkansas. Now these are really homebrew companies. And this is kind of where I want Brand Battle to go, to really see new products that you might not know about. So I'm excited for this one. I should also say, they both say they are clays, also they are water-based. Now doing my research on these products, I found out that the Arcadian is paraben and cruelty free, and then I read that the Flagship one is vegan, soy free and all natural. I know that's becoming increasingly important to a lot of you guys out there. But looking at the sort of raw ingredients here, you've got Flagship, which is water, shea butter, you've got a wax compound and kaolin clay. So wax is slightly higher than that kaolin clay. Then looking at the Arcadian, again you've got water on the top, then it moves into kaolin clay, then you've got some wax compounds. So really, the Arcadian one's got slightly more clay at the top versus Flagship, which has got the wax higher up. Straight into points and looking at packaging, they're both in the same size of jar, they're both 4 ounces. You've got the Flagship one, which has got this sort of scripture, a bit Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm not a huge fan of. Stop making those films, seriously. Then you've got the Arcadian one, which is a lot more stripped back, it's black and white branding. I mean, neither of them are massively inspiring, but if I had to give a point, it goes to Arcadian. Now these products really are very scented. They've got this sort of bay rum scent, kind of medicated, I say kind of, really very medicated in scent. This could be something that totally puts you guys off. I actually quite like it, I like that whole medicated scent. But if you've got a friend that's got one of these, get your nose into it and smell it for yourself. There's one which is slightly lighter and I prefer it, so the point goes to Arcadian. Now talking consistency, these products couldn't be any more different. It actually feels a little bit unfair to put them together in a brand battle. You've got the Arcadian one, which is a lot lighter and creamier, can warm it up very easily, straight through the hands, versus the Flagship one, which is a lot firmer and stiffer. You've really got to warm that up. And then what you're left with is a slight sort of waxy texture. So guys, I'm gonna give the point to the one which I feel is more like a clay, so the point goes to Arcadian. Now both products are pretty much the same when it comes to application. They've got a slight stickiness to them, but they do go through easily enough. Now there's one which I think goes through slightly easier and has less of a tug, so the point goes to Arcadian. I've got to say, I really like the way that both of these style, so I'm going to put that out there right now. I'd be happy with either of these. The Arcadian one is nice and light to get into the hair. You can really build that volume very, very easily, versus the Flagship one, which you do just need to work slightly more just because the product's slightly thicker, but you still get that volume. But just because it is easier, I'm going to give the point to Arcadian. Now both products say they have a firm hold, but I've actually got to disagree. The Arcadian one, I would say, has got a very light to loose hold. I've had to work it back into my hair, and to actually lock that style into place, I've had to blast it with hairspray. Versus the Flagship one, which really does have a really great hold, and it will stay, it's reworkable. The Flagship one does have a slight gloss to it because it's got more of that wax in it, versus Arcadian one, which does have a matte finish. So really, you know, this could be a point that you guys decide, but for me, the finish point goes to Flagship. The Flagship product does wash out fairly easily, but to really get that sort of wax compound out, you really do need to use a little bit of shampoo. Versus the Arcadian, which really is a total dream when it comes to washing. You just need water and it will come out. So the point for washability goes to Arcadian. I always say that price comes down to where you live, pushing packaging, any sort of deals that you find. But I got both these products on the same site, on Mocha. I got the Arcadian for €19.95, Flagship for €21.45. They are both the same size, 4 ounces. I also found the Arcadian on their own site for $15.95 with postage and packaging, making it $19.76. I've got to say, Flagship is far harder to find. I think maybe because they're a slightly smaller company, or maybe they don't have as many distributors, but really because it's more readily available and a slightly better price point, the price point goes to Arcadian. So the verdict, based purely on points, we've got 7 points for Arcadian versus 1 point for Flagship. So the winner of this brand battle is Arcadian. I've got to say, it kind of upsets me in brand, I mean upset is maybe a bit strong. I'm gonna say it upsets me in brand battle that a product which is so great gets far less points. These are such great products, and there's been products in the recent weeks that I've done that I don't massively rate, but in a brand battle they could get full-on points. These, however, are both fantastic, and it will come down to what you're looking for. Right now I've still got Flagship in my hair, great hold, really great gloss, versus the Arcadian one, which is slightly looser, but it's got a really great matte finish. You can really work that volume in. And for me, I'm gonna keep on using both these products, and I will probably buy them again when I finish them. So there you go. That is a mass endorsement from me. Try each of them. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, and you've not yet pressed subscribe to my channel, then press subscribe right now. The button is up there. Give it a big click. Also, more video suggestions staying there. Stay with me and watch them. Or guys, head to my blog right there. But I'm staying in New York for the next 4 days. I'm filming a video. I'm going to do a street style, maybe 2 of them, and a couple of other things. Come back on Sunday. I've got street styles in Belfast. I will see you then. Bye bye.